Hello, everybody, and welcome to a Tarkir Dragonstorm draft. Huge shout out to Wizards of the Coast for the free preview account so I could get this recorded for you early. I am loving this format so far. We, we aren't going to go for the Stillness in Motion deck. This card is unplayable. You mill 3, so it really does fill your graveyard quickly. But if you do run out of cards in your library, then you kind of just get to stack your deck. You don't get to like win the game or something. So not exactly an ideal card. There is Lion Weight, not a very flexible card, but quite powerful. There's also Static Snare, which is a powerful card, not like that fits into more decks. So I think I'll take that. And then in the commons, there's like Stormplane Detainment, which is just like strictly worse. Static Snare, it can hit artifacts or creatures. This can hit non-land permanents, but most of your hitting creatures, so being able to cast this for 1 or 2 mana sometimes is worth the less flexibility and flash. Lion Weight's good. Narcissist Rebuke can be good, especially in Jeskai. I'm so tempted always to just build around these wacky cards. This is going to wheel, though. Like, take Lion Weight, just try to mill something huge. But it's just so bad. Okay, so we've started with Static Snare. We can then follow it up with a Channeled Dragonfire. That seems very tempting. A nice little deal 2 to any target, and then it harmonizes so you can cast it again. So it could fit really well into a nice Mardu aggro deck. Maybe we get the Devotee back. Unlikely. There's also Defibrillating Current. So deal 4 to target creature and you gain 2. And it's in Mardu colors, but you can also play this in your other decks. Just be willing to pay that 2 Brid mana, so you can pay like 4 mana to deal 4 at sorcery speed and gain 2. So that's a reasonable thing, but it's really at its best in Mardu. Then there's, in the commons, not much to speak of other than Dispelling Exhale. This card's pretty great. Counter something most of the time in the early turns, and even the later turns, often you have a dragon and you can get those bigger spells, or they just tap out their 6-drop and you can counter that. Essence Anchor's a reasonable card. Definitely one you can build around for your Sultai decks. Wildling's okay, but I think Dragonfire is a good little early game removal spell. We got a little white-red aggro deck brewing. Ooh, Teeming Dragonstorm is a card that I've wanted to try, and I think this could be the opportunity. If you can get some dragons going, this can be like a 1-card army, and the best dragon to pair with this, I think, is the common white dragon. The common white dragon's pretty good. It's 5 mana, you get a 3/4 dragon that buffs your other attackers, has vigilance and flying, as dragons often do with the flying, and this card getting it early, prioritize some dragons, let's go. There's also Mardu Devotee, so we can use this to fix our mana to go in a white-red aggro deck maybe. There's also Gurmag Rakshasa. So if we didn't already have some white cards, we might be taking this. Kill spell plus buff spell, really good card. Kindry Nurturer is good as well. Overall, lots of good options in this pack. They're all kind of screaming Mardu to me, like red, black, white. There's nothing crazy in blue, nothing crazy in green right here. The Rakshasa is tempting, but I think because we've started with the white-red start, we can be pretty happy with this. And then a Sandstep Citadel is definitely an appealing card for us here. Actually, wrong card. I thought this was the Mardu one. Oh, they're all so similar. But I think it is still tempting. We don't have to play red. The Dragonstorm Stasis Snare can just go into a Mardu deck. And these cards are really powerful. Really powerful. They just fix your mana so well. They can just help you with splashes, all sorts of stuff like that. It's like, even though this gains you a life, just the extra color is so huge. There's also Bearer of Glory, which is solid. Formation Breaker can be good, but I think we're going to take the Citadel and be potentially willing to abandon the Channeled Dragonfire and maybe play more dragons for our Dragonstorm. And now we get a nice little payoff potentially for switching. The Kintree Severance, so a 3-mana removal spell potentially. It's okay to play this for 4 mana, so if we still want to stick to Mardu, that's totally fine. I think some Sunset Strike Master is also really good. So we could take that, but I think this is more flexible, fits with the Sandstep Citadel a little bit better. And Evolving Wild is reasonable. There's a Snakeskin Veil. We haven't really been seeing stuff that screams Abzan to us. But this is still going to fit into a Mardu deck. I'm tempted by the Strike Master as well. But I think since we just took the Sandstep Citadel, we can lean a little bit towards Abzan. And then we get a little bit rewarded here. Evolving Wilds or Abzan Devotee. I like taking the Evolving Wilds because I like not having to commit to a base color. You kind of want to be base black if you're going to play this. Whale of War is reasonable. I haven't done the Tempest Hawk deck. Someday maybe. But Evolving Wilds is going to be great because it can fit into any of our decks and be good fixing. Tough pick. Tough pick approaches. Windscarred Crag is really a good option. I think our white-red is still a good home, potentially, for our stuff. But I do like Desperate Measures. We don't really have any black cards, is the problem. I think we'll just take Windscarred Crag. Make sure we have good mana for our deck. Kind of make it hard for other players to get in. But Desperate Measures is good. It's just we don't really... We know we're playing white-red right now. Ooh, and then the Jeskai Monument. Or the Ionok Wayfarer. So, Jeskai Monument could help us get into Jeskai. We don't have a reason to be in blue, though. I think Jeskai is one of those ones you kind of want a high-rarity card to really drag you in there. I do like it, though. And then there's the Wayfarer, which is a solid green card. And going green would be potentially good. We would give up the Channel Dragonfire unless we wanted to splash it. It's not a great splash. I don't know if we want to go Jeskai, though. I'm feeling a little bit better about it now. The Jungle Hollow definitely helping out our Abzan chances. If we just kept Jeskai, but I think this card's also good, so I think Abzan's looking good. And now we get a Adorned Crocodile. I've been pretty happy with this card. Looks pretty good to me. I also want to try the Sun Shield. Maybe I just take the Sun Shield this time. Because we look like we're playing base white. And so I think that could be pretty reasonable. Poised Practitioner. Fine passing all these red cards now because we've kind of abandoned red. Not like we wouldn't take a red card here, but I think just getting colorless / other color options. Wow, that's a late Snakeskin Veil. That's a signal. That is a signal. Green might be on the menu. White-green. You don't often play white-green base, but you can. The only cards we are wasted picks, quote-unquote, are these. Not these three. Baby! Ho, ho, ho. And there's Felithar. So you want to have non-land permanents to sacrifice to this. And you want to have a wide board state to just make tons of +1/+1 counters. So a card that's great to sacrifice to it and makes a wide board state, Teeming Dragonstorm. So that's a really good card in this deck. Loxodon Battle Priest is also excellent. But I really want to try the Felithar. I think it'll be sweet. And I love getting to play with the actual, like, lore characters. But in pack 1, we didn't really waste a lot of picks. The Sentinel's not a great card. Wayfarer's medium. Poised Practitioner's not great. But we have a lot of really powerful options. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'd say we got 5 really good spells and 3 really good lands. And now we get the Felithar, and I'm really excited to see how we can maneuver with this. Because now we kind of have some goals in mind. Like, we have things we're looking for. We have things we're trying to achieve. We have dreams, aspirations. Misty Rainforest, not really in that list of dreams. The Meringue River Regent is a great card. So powerful. Can we play it? We could also just take the Sultai Devotee. It helps with our black fixing. And is a 2-drop. I think it's better than Bearer of Glory. Do we want to go into blue? This is a good reason to go into blue, but in order to play blue, we'd have to kind of play blue, red, white. We'd give up the Felithar, the Kintree. You'd still get to use our good white cards. We would lose the Snakeskin Veil, the Ionok. I think we're just going to take Sultai Devotee. Keep our fixing flowing. Now there is 100 Battle Veteran as a 4-drop that we can get twice. So it's a good card to sacrifice to Felithar, because we can get it back. Snakeskin Veil to protect Felithar is also good. I kind of want to just take Snakeskin Veil, honestly. But we'll be a little bit more disciplined. We'll take the 100 battle. We can't play too many Snakeskin Veils. Perfect. Now, I would love Purging Stormbrood. Good combat trick, can protect Felithar. But I think Kintree Nurturer is just what the doctor ordered. It works with counters, makes us a sacrifice token. We would like a dragon, though. The dragon to go with the Teeming Dragonstorm is valuable. And the lifelink can do wonders. I think I've convinced myself. Getting a dragon in there is going to help. Ooh. I like Skirmish Rhino a lot. My mana's pretty good. But I think I got to take the Forebear. Skirmish Rhino is going to be great, but Forebear is a really good card to sacrifice. This card would be fine to sacrifice. This guy would be fine to sacrifice. But I think the Forebear is really good. Perfect. Nice little 3-drop. Makes a guy that I can sack. Surveils one to find me my stuff. Another great addition, Krumar Initiate. This card gives Indestructible. Don't sleep on it. I also really like Sagu Pummeler. Krumar Initiate's been kind of bad for me, honestly. It keeps losing me games. It's also won me some games. It's so tight. I'm going to take the Pummeler. I really want to get more reps with the Pummeler. I've been impressed every time I've seen it in play, pretty much. It's one of those cards that you can't quite explain, but it's like a feeling. Oh, ho, ho, what a good feeling. Oh, yeah. Got a feeling that I never. Non-creatures only. But yeah, another Snakeskin Veil's nice. We've got 3 protection spells now, so we haven't gotten any lands for a while, so it is a little bit dicey. We've got a little bit of fixing, but not as much as I would like. Like, we were on pace after pack 1, and then we didn't get any fixing in pack 2, and that's been rough. Getting another kill spell's good. So now, like, having enough kill spells is really important. If we can use these to kill like a big token, they can be sacrificed to Felithar. We want things to let us go wide, things to make sacrifice tokens. And dragons. I think the Sun Shield could be good. I'm going to take Bearer of Glory, I think. This thing will wear counters pretty well. Unless I want to splash red. I have a pretty decent start to a red splash. I'm gonna gamble. I have not been that impressed by the Bearer of Glory. And I think the red splash, if we open the right cards, could really be valuable. Like, there are some really good dragons we might want to splash. Like the Mardu dragons and stuff. And I'm glad that I took the 100 Battle Veteran. Another Sun Shield, sure. Ooh, this card is fantastic, but it's not where we are right now. This card could be a good kill spell. Could be a reason to splash just a little bit of red. Or if we're splashing red, it just gets a little bit better. Synchronized Charge, I don't love. This card's okay to sacrifice. Merchant is pretty decent to sacrifice. The Encampment. I think I'm just going to take the kill spell. Currently we have 1, 2 kill spells. We can definitely use a couple more. Most of our cards are creatures. Just having some extra kill is good, even if it's 4 mana. And this is another really good dragon. And makes the red splash a little bit better. There's also Dragon's Prey, though. Stormbrood or Dragon's Prey? Like, we could just play these two and somewhat free roll them. And then occasionally we'll hit it. We're not going to play a mountain in the deck. Coming in tapped is a cost. Dragon's Prey is really good. But I think the 6 mana 5/4 that gains 5 is also a really good top end card. Especially because I think this Dragonstorm is worth building around to some degree. Boom. Sandstep Citadel, number 2. This makes our mana a lot better. I said we were behind on our mana base, and this is going to help catch us right back up. The Fleeting Piercing Exhale, the Stalwart Successor, so good with Felithar, but we have to take the mana. We aren't going to be able to cast our spells otherwise. Oh, baby, that's a good one. That is a good one. Everything's coming together. See, these last 3 picks have been really good for us. I think I would have loved the black-green guy, but we don't have great synergies with it other than specifically Felithar. And Felithar is a little bit hard to work in our deck anyway at the moment. And every dragon we get makes our teaming Dragonstorm better. And I think this card's going to be a linchpin for our deck when we draw it. This is a tough pick. The Vanguard's super good. So is Pack Beast. And then Kin Tree Nurturer helps us go wide and gives us something to sacrifice. I'm going to go with my gut and just take the Pack Beast, I think. This card's really good, though. And it's a good synergy with Felithar. Ugh. Our kill spells are on track. I just love the Pack Beast. It's just so hard to come out behind when you play a Pack Beast. Some would say impossible to come up behind. We're not going to get ambitious with our splash and splash or something like this. We already have good combat tricks that are better than this, so we'll just take a 2-drop. Death Touch is a good mechanic. And I love getting this guy, putting those extra counters around. I don't want to use Worthy Cost. Not going to go with the Jeskai Monument, though the birds... Honestly, this is not the end. I would play this card, I think. Just for the... No, I'm not for this. Not this one. But I would play a Monument because I can then sack it to Felithar in the late game. Perfect. Ooh, do I want the Vanguard or do I want this Dawnbreaker? 3, 4... I think I want the Dawnbreaker. I mean the Vanguard. The one that I clicked on is the one that I wanted. Reputable Merchant's a nice little 3-drop for my deck. Beautiful. This is huge. Getting the Wayfarer is great. It's a pretty decent card to sacrifice to buff up my other guys. I don't really have a ton of... Oh my gosh, that's a gift. I got this in the same pack as the Sandstep Citadel. So we're going to have to make 2 cuts. I think I can cut the Embermouth Sentinel at this point, which is pretty excellent. And I think I got there in terms of dragon count. I think the Vanguard just helps me go wide with my Felithar, which I really wanted. I want cards to make 2 bodies for 1 card. So I added these 2 just to have the red mana for the little splash for my big dragon and my Defibrillating Current, casting it a little cheaper. The Sun Shield is an option. I don't really want to play these light techniques. Could play Cruel Truths. We'll have to see. We'll look at it. So let's see. Our colors, we have 9 black, 12 green, but that's going to be cast for 2 mana as a combat trick a lot of the time. Veteran's pretty decent. Night Brigade's pretty decent. But we also have this to help with black. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 black in the deck, plus these 2. I don't think I'm going to need the Embermouth Sentinel. Even though I have some dragons, I'm just going to cut the Embermouth, I think. This is 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 white sources, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 green sources. Look how good these Citadels are. Just clutching up for me. The Wayfarer is pretty reasonable. The Devotee is pretty good. I mean, the Forebear is pretty good. Merchant's going to be a nice card. I've got some decent removal spells. I really prioritize the removal spells. Cruel Truths, I think, could actually be good in this deck. I'm looking at it. I think I could use the card advantage. And I think I can cut this Erishan Sun Shields. So this gives me, let's just double check the colors again. I have to make one more cut. I could just cut a land, maybe. Or a devotee or something. I really want to keep my devotee, though, I think. I've been worried about getting run over early, and having extra 2-drops can help with that, obviously. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 white sources. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 black sources. 8 white, 8 black. Interesting. And then 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 green. Cruel Truths might be a little slow. I'm going to cut that for now. And just like that, my adjustment goes back up. It goes 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 white. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 green. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 black. Yeah, that seems much more reasonable. And yeah, I'm thrilled with the deck. I'm excited to see how it does. Felithar poster child. And I'll see you folks in the games. Before I get to the games, I want to give a huge shout out to all of the people who support my channel and my work at patreon.com/NicolaiBolas. Patreon support helps me make high quality content on a consistent basis that will help you improve at draft and have more fun playing Magic the Gathering. Patrons also gain access to exclusive bonus resources like my card by card tier list, where I grade every card in the set on an A through F scale, and my format thoughts document, where I provide extra insights and stuff that I'm thinking about while playing the format. I want to give a special shout out to those patrons who support at the credits level. It really does make a big difference. And without further ado, let's get to the games. Welcome to round 1. I forgot to change my avatar and sleeves. Oh, I guess the sleeves are still Abzan, but I'll have to change everything after this game. Get everything lined up properly. Let's get this Wayfarer action. Let's try to get some black mana. Perfecto. And we have the Forebearer. It's a perfect combo with Felithar. Just get it back a couple times. I like this card. Good little value creature. I'm glad I took it over Snakeskin Veil. Playing against Jeskai. I'm just going to play this guy. And I'm going to really try to set up a Felithar turn where I can play Felithar, protect it with Hexproof, which is what I'll be able to do next turn. So I'll have a 4-2, 4-4, and a 5-3. And when I sacrifice it, I'll be able to get back the Furious Forebear. So I will expose Felithar to removal. I don't think it's worth it to just hold this up for all eternity. This is maybe the best Felithar is going to be. Okay, they're attacking. And they're just holding up mana. Well, that's suspicious. I will also hold up mana then. Because I hit a lot harder than they do. Card shuffles in. It's okay. I'm glad I didn't go for the Felithar. When they hold mana up, you need to be paused. You need to be careful. You need to know what could they have. That was an option. I was thinking they might have the 4 mana counter / put a card on top of my deck. Counter non-creature spell. But basically, you just have to be a little cautious. And by being cautious, like if you have instance, that's one of the powerful things about instance. I can hold this thing up. Okay. Exiled. That's really bad. Okay. Yeah, exile is no joke. That guy was going to be pretty good for me. I was kind of counting on him. Okay. So Felithar can sack this, but I'll get back and then get back my 3/1, but then they'll kill Felithar. Kill that thing. It's a little bit dicey. This thing's gonna be good, but I have 2 snakeskin veils, so I'm hoping to draw one of those. Or like have a bigger board so the +1/+1 counters matter more. Wow. That's a bit shocking. They're gonna double spell. Okay. That's not as shocking anymore. Oh, they're not putting anything. They didn't have a creature in their graveyard. Sure, I'll play Felithar out. I don't think it's going to do anything crazy. They just use a 5-mana kill spell on my 1/1, so might be in okay shape. Sure. And they're out. That's why you got to be careful with your removal spell usage. I'm not going to attack in, do anything crazy. I win this stalemate right now by a lot because I make my guys bigger. My creatures are way sizable, more sizable. So they're kind of going to... And if they kill one of my guys, I get back my Furious Forebear. Okay, that's a really good draw. So now I might be a little bit behind. They just basically drew 2 cards. Okay, but one of them was a land. Getting the max value I can. Bring this back to hand. Threaten lethal, force them to chump. So I traded this thing down. Okay. But I also trample over for a good amount of damage. And I have them 2 lethal threats now. So I forced some damage through. Nice, got the win. No need to go too fancy. Send in for the win. Nice. Very clean. Good job, Abzan. Good job, Abzan. Nice little 1-0. Feel like I'm feeling more comfortable in the format. And I will see you folks next round. Welcome to another round. On the draw, I'm going to keep this. It's sketchy, but I think it's good. If I draw planes, which I did, it works out great. And that's kind of my criteria. And I have plenty of time to draw it. And mulliganing is really bad in limited. So I try not to do it. Okay. So no blocks, obviously, but this guy can block that guy next turn. One thing you got to learn to do is be patient in Magic. It's not all about... Also, my opponent has been grinding limited too. They're ranking up a lot. But it's not all about just being the most aggressive. It's about being patient, timing your moves. Okay. I'm going to play this guy. And the reason I'm doing that is because it trades without having to use a double block. Oh, criminy. That is bad. Why didn't this thing attack again? Oh, because it doesn't have haste. That's funny. Okay. Bring back my guy. Try to trade. Sure. I'm going to do this. It's a riskier play, but I think it's correct. Because the reason is, if I draw a swamp, I can double spell. And this should work out in my favor anyway. That's why this card's not as good, by the way, because even if it had worked, I would have gotten to block first. Okay, we're going to make our 2/2, because this way if they have a kill spell, I'm still protected to some degree. Okay. They're making a 2/2 death touch every turn. Get to surveil. I would love that card, actually. Make a 2/2. End. I will be killing this. Actually, no, it can't kill enchantments. No. The downside that we realized. That's hilarious. We're still keeping pace with it, though, honestly. Still in it. This is crazy. This game was crazy. Definitely gonna block with the 4-bear, I think. They're gonna go up to 12, so there's 3, 5, 7, 8, 9. So 3, 4, 5, 6, 11. So I can block and still kill them with lethal. 5, 6, 7. So there's 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. As long as I endure with counters. Boom! Nice win. Got the job done. Safe, sound, secure. Our deck is sick. That was a good one. That was a good one. Nice. I was really happy with how we were pretty calm despite the aggression. We didn't just throw out our removal spells. I almost saved my static snare, but I was trying not to go to 3 because there's like a rare Mardu card that can deal 3, like drain for 3. And I just didn't want to die to that for no reason. And I can always, if they just play a creature, I can just kill it with my sorcery speed kill spell later. But yeah, that was a big win. Another great hand. Hopefully you're seeing the value of the Sandstep Citadel, just keeping everything above board. If I draw that in my opening hand, I can basically cast all my spells, which is such a game changer. Forebear and Wayfarer. I'll play the 3/1 first. I'm actually setting up to play this thing with spells. Snake's gonna be able to back up. They can have it. That the guy's gonna come back later. Okay, do I care about land coming in untapped or tapped? I think I want to get untapped lands. I might have messed that one up. I think I was supposed to wait until I could sacrifice it and get back my forebear. Because it can do it when it attacks too. Dang it. I knew that that was the turn to play it. It just wasn't the turn to do it that way. Oh, it doesn't matter anyway. I was going to lose this game no matter what. Okay. The time for playing around stuff has passed. I can't beat any removal spells, anythings really. Yep, this game's over. Unless I draw... Yeah, there's nothing I can draw. That's how it goes, though. I didn't play perfectly, and I certainly am losing to this rare. This rare is messed up. Yeah. That is not a fair card for my deck to beat. Most decks are going to struggle to beat that one. Most decks will struggle. I think, yeah, I don't have any mass board wipes. Being able to kill the tokens would be good. Like, if I had like one of my enchantment-based removal spells, I could kill a token, and then sacrifice it to Belishar. If I had my Dragonstorm card, the one that like lets me get a couple 2/2s to jump blocking, but like that card plus all the other stuff they had going on, there was no way. There was no way. It's okay, though. We're still doing well. We're still battling. Nice, solid hand here. Got all our colors. We're just going to play our 2/1s out because they hit harder. You want to pressure your opponents because they could have like a really good rare, and if you pressure them, then you can maybe get underneath it. Well, I'm glad they did that then instead of waiting. I kind of think I could have just played the merchant. It will waste the counter from its death, but that's how that goes sometimes. Okay. So they've got, yeah, presumably some islands. Not a great mill for the home team there. Those are two of my better cards in these situations. Yep, I'm just going to concede. I cannot win. I am very dead. My hand is like lands and snakeskin veil. Okay. We might be into the final round here. I like to play 5 rounds with each deck in the early access event to really get a sense of them. We won our first 2, lost our last 2. Let's see if we can get it done and get the positive record. This isn't one of those decks that I expect to just crush everybody. It has some good strengths, some weaknesses, but we had tight play in the first couple. The last couple, we got obliterated by teamer rares. Not like the decks were all rares, but like they had a rare that we could literally never beat in a million years. And yeah, now we are on to the final round. Playing against LSV. Okay. That is a real foe. Okay. This is a good hand, though. We're on the draw, but this is a keeper. He's playing blue-red. That's a good card to go with our Belethar, Einok Wayfarer. So, a nice little Jeskai deck. Yep. We're going to go get a Plains. I don't think the High Spire guy is very good. We're going to just be mana efficient, play out Felithar. Certainly not sacrificing anything. It's kind of hard to use Felithar, but I assume he'll kill it. I don't really have a good use for it right now. I don't have a snakeskin veil to protect it anyway, so just run it out there, maybe mess with his curve a little bit if he's afraid of it. But I don't think he will be. He's canny, that Luis Scott Vargas. Okay. Just gonna double spell here, play around some counter magic potentially. He might tap my guy. Sure, I'll keep that on top. That's why I played 2 spells instead of 1 for the record. Milling my 2 of my best spells is not the best feeling, but... Sure. He has all spells in hand because he didn't play a land last turn. This is a 4-mana play. I could have killed the Rune Scale. Jeskai Monument, sure. So you can play another 4-drop here. That's pretty good. Sure. Okay. Play Felithar. Sacking Wayfarer. Play this. Take out the Stag. Attack for a giant amount of damage. Nice. Tiger, not good. Not what I like to see. Okay. Yeah, what's he gonna discard to kill my 5/3? I think we're in okay shape. He's got some extra resources. I've got some extra resources. But I'm at a much higher life total, and my board state's better. So he has. So the way that you can think about this is he's got 2 cards in hand, but I'm going to draw a card on my turn, and he's got this in his graveyard, and I've got this in my graveyard. Now that card's a good one. He gets rid of a land. Kills my 4/2. If I can draw a cheap creature or an online permanent, this could break the game wide open. Pretty good draw. If he kills my guy. Boom! Let's go! Taking down LSV, always a great way to end a draft video. Let's go. Woo! We ripped it off the top. Let's go. Because he knew I was going to block. He was trying to draw a combat trick or something. Oh my gosh, I took him down. That was satisfying. What a win. We played calm. We played collected. We were going to block. If he killed it, we were going to get back our 4-bear. Oh my gosh. Play 4-bear. Play this. Play 4-bear. Sack 4-bear. Nice, nice, nice. That was awesome. What a way to end a draft video. Such a fun concluding match. Whew, nice. We didn't really cast the red spell. I mean, we cast the red spell, but not the dragon one, but nice. Little 3-2 record. Had a sweet deck with Felithar. We had the Lockstone Battle Priest we did some stuff with. The Purging Stormbrood, the combat trick mode was really nice to like win us that combat, gain us a ton of life. Never drew the Pack Beast. Teaming Dragonstorm would have been great a lot of the times. It was so good with Felithar. That card is awesome. Maybe that's, I always say maybe that's good in Standard, and then I have no actual idea. The Snakeskin Veil wasn't good in the matchups where we got obliterated by board wipes, but it could have been pretty good. And was pretty good at times. So yeah, really sweet deck. If you made it all the way to the end of the video, in the comment section down below, leave hashtag Dawn, because Felithar is the Dawn of the Abzan, and we cast it like a bunch of times and it was super sweet. So hashtag Dawn to let me know you made it to the end of the video. Remember to hit the thumbs up button, subscribe for more, comment with your questions, thoughts, and feedback. If you enjoy my videos, you can support my content via Patreon, gain access to some cool bonus resources, and also help me make more videos. And thanks again to Wizards of the Coast for the free preview account in this early access event. And letting me get this recorded for you early. Anyway, that's going to do it for this one. I had a ton of fun. I hope you did as well. And I will talk to you next time.